name is Debora Shute. I am the Director of ERP Systems Integration, and I am utilizing the ScaleNorth team for all of the consulting efforts for development and call it business testing that we do on the platform in order to make sure that we can take our business processes, overlay them to the system, and execute. So we build out and construct our own data centers, we have customers that lease our data centers, and I would say at this point, we basically operate the majority of them now on behalf of our customers. Oh, goodness, every challenge you can imagine. Well, we have had a tremendous amount of growth. Just on our building front, I think we have in the last 2 years grown by 700%. And with that comes a lot of challenges. We bought an out-of-the-box platform for NetSuite 4 years ago, Rod, I think, something like that.
Yeah, roughly 4 years ago.
And so we basically set up this out-of-the-box platform to just do general accounting and finance. And we did not think that we were going to be adding inventory or anything like that into our system, which we ended up doing, which is why Raj and team stepped in. They were going to help us set up basically data center inventory within the system, as well as associated workflows for approvals from purchase orders to the creation of invoices and bill payments against those invoices. So, it was a massive undertaking. We started out basically kind of tying the inventory to the purchase order, and then later on down the road changing it, where we decoupled it from the purchase order and created our inventory through the inventory module itself. So we've gone through some iterations, and we also had another big iteration in there where we had purchase orders that were bulk that were then blown out a line item by line item for each unit inventory. And then we decided to go back to bulk. So ScaleNorth has had a lot of challenges as we at Compass were determining how we wanted to run the business and how we wanted to track our assets. I know that they had an interview process with a few vendors, and they were looking for a vendor who had the intel inside of ScaleNorth to understand inventory management and how inventory management worked. And they liked the team, and so they made the decision. I was able to build a relationship with Raj and team, and it has just gotten better and better and better and better and better over time. So I think that has gotten better. I actually was just talking to Trish because we're mapping some workflow stuff we need for vendor profiles in the system. This is a new requirement Raj doesn't even have yet. And I've got full workflows on everything. I know exactly what's being updated and where. And so we're just like the new CAO and I are like peas and carrots, Raj. So we're working in a way that I think will be more beneficial to ScaleNorth. And then we're going to get a better product, and we're going to have less changes and less confusion and less fire drills and all the stuff, right? Yeah, I think the relationship is really good. Raj has a stellar team first of all. He's got probably the best of the best because we're so complex. We are not, we take and just do an implementation and, in a week or two, it's just done. We have so many moving parts, and I think that's a big reason why Raj has kind of kept us is because we give them new challenges and they're like, oh, that's new, that's different. We haven't had to do that yet. And we're gonna be able to dive into something new, which I think his team, as weird as it sounds, it kind of gets excited about it because they have to think about something in a different way to find out how they would resolve it. So I think they enjoy it. Yeah, I think they actually enjoy some of the things that we throw at them because it's different and it's unique, and not everybody gets to really step out of their normal, deployment implementation box and really solve for unique things. And our business is, like I said, it's growing so fast and it's so, dynamic. I mean, we have, I think and we're probably going to be over 80 or 90 subs now. I mean, we
Wow.
have, yeah, I mean, last I looked, it was like 70. So we're constantly changing and we're integrating now. We're integrating with Procore and we're integrating with Blackline. And so our architecture, network architecture is really exploding as well. And there's a lot of interface with NetSuite. And there's our sole support, as far as development and day-to-day support on NetSuite. I would say do it. They can really give good consulting advice if they're allowed to, and they're not just shut down. Like initially, the people that were on it before I got here wanted to just kind of rebuild the same thing they always had, but it wasn't going to fit the solution. I remember being on a call with Chris Mariano, so I'm going to call him out. I think I was in 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. And I remember him saying, I don't think this is the best way to go about this. But I remember it distinctly because it's something a consultant should say. I don't know if this is a scalable option if you deploy this, that you're not going to have issues later. And that's basically what he was saying. Yeah, absolutely, I would. First of all, they care. Raj and I kind of made a pact and he said, if you'll work with me and you give me, the details that we need, we will support you. And they've never wavered from that. Everybody makes mistakes. We make tons of them. They're very transparent and they always respond. So it's a really good partnership. And I think for me, that's what I was looking for. I wanted a partnership with transparency, good work, accountability, great attitude. And they have all of those things. So that's why I would
Excellent.
recommend them.